Hey, Meadow Creek investors. Just wanted to give you guys your Q1 update. We're making great progress on Meadow Creek. Last year, we had a few challenges. We had some accounting errors and we over distributed some capital. That was on our property manager's end. We caught it. And that created some cash flow issues. We really fixed that and we apologize for that, but won't happen again. And as we're double checking their numbers even more closely now. The biggest challenge was we had a few buildings that had foundation issues. Now, when we bought Meadow Creek, we knew of a few foundation issues that we'd have to fix. We fixed those, and we didn't have any signs of any more. But those did come up this last year. They were pretty expensive. One of the biggest challenges was that one of the residents refused to leave, and Dallas is a very slow eviction county, or the county that we're in, really took a long time for us to get that tenant out. Even though we offered to pay them to move into a separate unit, they just would not leave. And so we had the entire building vacated except for her, and we couldn't work on it. We couldn't work on it with her in it. And it took months and months and months. So that was lost revenue. All the other units in her building obviously were not rented. We couldn't re-rent them because we had foundation issues. And so we got the one building done. We've been releasing that. We've been hovering around 90% occupancy. We did get her out at the beginning of the year. We got the foundation fixed and all those units remodeled that had crooked windows or floor issues. And so that cost a lot of money. And again, unforeseen issues that we had saved for didn't have quite enough for us. So we had to dip into cash flow. So we haven't distributed since then. We will not distribute until that slush fund, rainy day fund, whatever you want to call it, CapEx fund is replenished. We work very closely with the property manager, and we're holding them accountable weekly to lease units, rent specials. I mean, we're working really hard to maximize every possible advertising source that we can. We just started a new program with apartments.com to bring in more leases. So there's been some challenges. It's been tough. It's still a really good asset, though, and we're performing way better than the property next door, which has been being foreclosed on and had some serious operational issues. So the silver lining is that despite the Dallas market really struggling, everyone's struggling in the 88 to 90% range. There's a few doing better, but we feel very grateful and are happy to announce that we're doing much better than the property right next door to us. That's a newer property, has more amenities, and that's a testament to our focus on and detail, Michael's and my and Lyndon's work at holding our property manager accountable. And it's been tough. It's been a lot of work, but it's a great asset. It looks great. It performs great despite these occupancy challenges. We expect it to start cash flowing again very soon. And we hope to distribute to you guys in Q3, if not Q4 of this year. So we appreciate your patience and understanding. Please reach out with any questions you have. But those have been the biggest things, just occupancy coupled with having to vacate two entire buildings, like 10% of our, over 10% of our property was vacant and getting fixed. And so despite those challenges, we've been doing pretty darn well. We've had to offer a lot of incentives. The previous years, we would raise rents and still be above that 95% occupancy. And recently, we've been just under 90% and giving rent discounts and move-in discounts to get people in the door. And so we're very proactive, doing everything we can to get those numbers back up as soon as possible. Let's see what else. I'm just going to make sure that I've got all the updates here. So we're currently at 90%. Leased at 89, so we have a few move outs. But that's really it. The market's struggling. We've been working really hard to, offset those market struggles with a very proactive approach. And the market's down. Dallas is really down. We're not thinking about selling right now. We want to see the market improve a ton before we think about selling. Of course, if we got an offer that made sense, we would. But we had a value of over 20 million just a couple of years ago, and with inflation and interest rates, that value went back down quite a bit. And so we will sell anytime we can hit a great return for our investors, for you guys, and we still believe in that asset. We love it. We are glad we bought it. We wish cash flow was better. It's going to get better. We don't have any big red flags other than we're saving for these unexpected capex, repairs that we have to spend money on, and we're trying to be responsible owners that way. And before we distribute, we'll build that slush fund, that rainy day fund, back up. So we appreciate you guys. Reach out to me. Text or call is much better. Let me know what questions you have. You should have this update in the portal. You can log in and check it out, see the numbers. You have the weekly updates that you have the link to. If you need it again, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys and have a great weekend.